Hey guys, this is another cube draft, and I'm starting to get to the point, like if you eat too many sugar-coated candies or something and your mouth starts hurting, so each time you take a bite, like you feel more pain than pleasure. I'm starting to feel a little bit like that about this cube. Um, I guess I should figure out what to pick. This pack has no ramp. Let's see, we got an Exalted Angel, Scrubland, a Devil's Play. I kind of like Devil's Play as far as mid-rangey awkwardness goes. Maybe I could draft like a boring mono red deck with Devil's Play too. So, or a Cruel Ultimatum deck. Of course, there's Vindicate, which also is attractive. I'm pretty sure that we're going to have a boring mid-range deck. So, if I have that as my plan, and then I think I want like Grave Titan. Like maybe I can wheel this, or I could take the Underground Sea maybe, and still wheel this. No, let's take the Grave Titan. That's just smart. Oh man, Vindicate and Sorin. Well, let's see what this pack has for us. We have Searing Blaze. Maybe I'll just take the Sorin here, even though we just passed Scrubland and Vindicate. There's not really. I guess Green Sun Zenith is pretty good, but we'll take the Sorin. And Siege Gang Commander is fine. Getting all the top end. We haven't really seen any ramp, so maybe that strategy isn't open to us. But yeah, this draft format, like the last deck I drafted, I actually didn't take a video or make a video of, and it was Wildfire. It's kind of fun. Like a red, white, blue. It had some Geddon, or had a Geddon, a Juckle Hops, a Wildfire, and an Obliterate in the sideboard. I ended up going 2-1 in a Swiss, and it was an interesting deck. A lot of the Wildfire stuff goes super late. Like I actually got Wildfire 15th pick, which was a little bit of a risk, but when I got that on the lap, I knew that it was okay to switch into the archetype completely. But like it didn't have really enough win cons. I actually ended up decking myself one game because I had a Consecrated Sphinx, so I drew a lot of cards. And that deck was fun to draft, but I guess I could have tried to like force Storm or something. But I don't know what other archetypes would be enjoyable, I guess, at this point. Okay, what do we have here? Maybe Night's Whisper is where I want to be for mid-rangey stuff. I mean, we have no blue. And I actually don't have any green. Maybe this is just going to be red, white, black, which is probably one of the worst color combinations in Magic. Only 2 mythics, that's a bad sign. Okay, so we have a Misty Rainforest, which is neither of our colors, a Pyroclasm, maybe like Catastrophe. I think I actually might just take the Misty or the Countryside Crusher. Crusher's not a very good turn 3 because I'll probably not be able to play anymore. I think I'm just gonna snap up the Misty. And if I'm lucky, I'll end up with some green cards, and it'll actually be something relevant. So speaking of green cards, we have some mid-range crap. Short Fang, Hinterland Harmer, another land in colors that we're not really playing. I think I'm just going to take the Snuff out. Okay, Taiga, I'm fine with that. Get some of that mana fix that is so great in Cube. I think Ember Holler would actually be okay for our deck, but it's not very exciting in a mid-range deck. Okay, so this pack had a scrub land in it. So if that comes back, it might just be a sign that other people don't value land very high. Yep. And we have a Cultivate too, but I think that's pretty replaceable. We'll just take the scrub land. Ooh, Profane Command. I want to take that so badly. So this pack I think had an Underground Sea. Okay, we could end up playing the Skizik, I guess. I might just take the sideboard Red Elemental Blast though. Really like the new art on these, the red and blue blasts. Okay, so 6 playables and 3 lands. And we have 5 more picks. I wasn't paying very close attention to what I was passing, but I don't remember anything that screamed out that it would lap and make me happy. Like this. Celestial Purge for the board. Not big on Disrupt or Duress in the cube. I think that I'm either going to take the Purge or the Spellskite. I think Spellskite as a wall is fine. You know, I completely missed that the Cruel Ultimatum did not come back. It's interesting. But we'll take this super expensive card in real life. I guess a Lacerator. Ooh, Nantuko Vigilante. I might play even if we don't have a lot of green. And the old Lingering Souls. See, so I didn't see any ramp, and the Green Sun Zenith didn't come back. So I'm guessing that green really isn't open. Okay, let's see what this pack has. We have Dismember, Batterskull, and Necrotol as the more exciting choices for us. Maybe I can get one of these on the lap. I think I'm going to take the Batterskull. But I'm really looking at this Necrotol. I'm just going to go ahead and take the Batterskull though. That definitely has no chance of coming back. Okay, so we have Bad Mana Fix, another white-black duel, Sun Titan. I think I just take the Godless Shrine. Not looking to play Sun Titan. Nothing else is too exciting. Okay, so now we have a bunch of expensive cards and a Path to Exile. The Scalding Tarn doesn't get the Scrub lands. I think I take Path and maybe like the Blood Gift Demon makes it around. Yeah, we'll go with Path. Wow, Strip Mine's still in the pack. That doesn't say a whole lot to me, but it's a little surprising. Bone Shredder doesn't really excite me, and neither does Palladium Mirror. And I don't think balance is something I want for this deck. I'm not. I know a lot of people think that balance is crazy, but in cube, like unless I already have a bunch of, unless it's really early, or I already have a bunch of artifact mana, I'm not really looking to be casting balance. Usually I have a lot of creatures anyway, so balance isn't as good when you have a lot of creatures. Okay, we'll take Eternal Dragon. Just kind of a value late game finisher. I don't really think that I want Bane of the Living, and Corlash definitely loses value when you're not playing a ton of swamps. Okay, we have Chromox maybe? Pernicious Deed. I'm tempted to take the Deed, but my deck looks pretty slow, so Chromox could be nice. We only have Night's Whisper for card draw. We're not in blue. The splash of the Deed still looks unlikely. We'll take the Chromox. And I'll hide it so I don't accidentally count it as a playable. Wow. Raphelus is still floating around. It's a little awkward. Drop Island. Which just means my deck is a mess. You know what? Maybe my deck is a mess. I don't really want Drolf's Messenger. Too hard to cast. Don't want a land that doesn't produce mana, even though this is a decent effect. Farseek or Firemane. I really wanted to play with the Firemane in this cube, but I think it would be better in like the Wildfire style deck. Just gonna go ahead and snap up Farseek. Let's take a look at everything we have again. The Red Blast definitely not seeing play. So 16 possible playables. If I can just stay away from double green and double white, maybe this could be a 4-color deck. Maybe the Necrotal came back. I think that's better than a Solifuge for us. So I'm not actually sold on green as a color, but it is an option. Not going to play any of the 2-drops. Chameleon Colossus could be annoying. I guess I could splash the Grim Grin, but I don't think that's really worth something taking. It's not something that I want to be splashing. Ooh, the Blood Gift Demon came back, even though there is a Sign in Blood. I won't hide Chameleon Colossus yet, but I will hide the blue land. And I guess I'll hide the Rainforest. We need like a blue-black or blue-red or blue-white. Actually, we prefer, I guess, green of all those colors to make the Misty something that I want to play. Okay, so Fertile Ground came back. We might actually play that. Didn't notice that Fertile Ground the first time around. Don't think Intuition is that great. Let's hide Mutavault. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and hide Strip Mine too. Maybe my mana is so bad that I'm not gonna be playing it. But I could board it in if my opponent has an annoying utility land. Okay, so we have like early removal in the form of Incinerate. Probably just want to take the mana fix, not be greedy. Yeah, I'll go with the mana fix. Okay, so Clifftop Retreat is mana fix. Wood Elves. Maybe I actually want Wood Elves because I have 2 forests and 2 of our other colors to get. Sarkin the Mad might lap, but there's also Magma Jet and Clifftop Retreat. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Wood Elves. Ramp is fine. Ooh, an Arid Mesa and a Brimstone Volley. I'll take the Brimstone Volley. Need to do more during the early stages of the game, it looks like. I'll hide this Chameleon Colossus. Still not sure if I'm going to play it. Well, since we have some time, I'll go ahead and reorder everything. Okay, so there's a Lava Claw reaches. Probably Fire Ice is what I want. Although Lava Claw reaches. I'm gonna take the Lava Claw reaches. I think that might be the last land fix I need. So now I can actually I can focus on filling out the playables for the deck. Okay, so Huntmaster, Skinrender. Think that I might want to gain some life. Let's see what could come back in this fact that we'd potentially want to play. Like maybe the Mauler or the Ascetic. Okay, so this is 22 playables. Don't know if I actually want to play that. Don't know if I want to play that. So I need 3 more or 4 more, depending on how I see this. Grim Monolith, Hollowed Fountain, Mesmeric Fiend. I think I am fine with the Monolith. That makes the late game stuff we play a little more attainable. So here I guess that I want the Lightning Helix, even though it might be kind of hard to cast. Revoker, my deck doesn't really want 2/2s. I guess I could also take Explore to ramp us up a little faster. Explore versus Helix. I'm gonna go with the Explore. So now I actually have to make sure that this deck can do something. Cantrip, Mana Fix, we have what? Only one. I don't think Knight actually will do a lot for me. It does ramp and Mana Fix. We're not going to have very much white. We might have a decent amount of green. I'll take the Knight. Okay, so what do I not want to play against here? Fire Blast? So this will allow me to play a few more forests than I want, I think, and turn them into useful lands. This deck is just a disaster. Ooh, Daybreak and Clifftop came back. I think I want the threat, though. Let's think. Clifftop. Um, no, let's take the land. I'm gonna be able to cast all these awful cards. Maybe even Chameleon Colossus gets in now. Okay, this is 26. It's gonna be a fun deck to build. Yuck. Arena, I guess, is fine. Maybe I even play Putrid Leech. Probably not. But we might actually play Thornling. I think that Hollow's the most annoying card. And good old Lumberjack. Can't believe they got new artwork for that. Okay, so this is going to be green-black based ramp. A bad decision on my part to not put the path down before I started sorting everything. Okay, Batterskull's creature. Got a piece of removal, an annoying creature, creature that's hard to cast. What do we have for white? Just 2 scrub lands, right? Okay. So I should figure out if I'm going to be playing Grim Monolith or Chromox. Oh, there's Devil's Play, don't want to forget that. Or Spellskite. Go ahead and move all the stuff that I definitely don't want to play. Okay. Hellkite is fun, but I probably shouldn't play it. The Eternal Dragon is kind of a mana source. But I think it's actually just better to play like early defense. And then this has us with, what, 2 artifacts? So the question then is, do I want to play the Chrome Mox? I think getting the extra turn is worth it. Yeah, I think that's worth it. And we've got how many mana sources then? We would have 21. Okay, so we got red cards, white cards. I don't think I'm going to be playing the Trop. I don't think I'm going to be playing the Strip. This gets 2 lands. So based off of this, I don't think I actually play a Plains. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black sources. 1, 2, 3, 4 red sources. Black is definitely a lot more important than red, and green is the most important of all. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 red sources this way. So this is 7, 8 black sources, 8 green sources, 4 red, 3 white, and we have a Chrome Mox, and should I be playing another land? I mean, I could cut like the Knight of the Reliquary for a land. Might do that. It doesn't seem very likely that it'll come down on turn 3 or 4. So then if we do that, I think I add a forest. No, let's see how we go with the knight. I'm pretty sure that it's not really the right call because we can't. Where is it? Misty Rainforest for white. But I don't want to take down our chances of interacting earlier. Okay, so this deck actually, in hindsight, looks a little fun. We've got what, Batterskull, Huntmaster, and Sorin to gain some life. We're going to be paying some life to draw cards with Blood Gift, Arena, Knight's Whisper. Hopefully, we have enough mana fix to actually cast all these bad cards. I'm pretty sure that I played a 100 card singleton deck like this before. So let's see how the games go.